Now to the story that everybody's talking about tonight. 18 people are in the hospital after a Delta Airlines plane crashed while landing at an airport in Toronto.
Yeah, the video you're looking at right here from the scene is just unbelievable. You see that jet right there flipped over right there on the runway.
Yeah, that plane was coming from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Officials say about 80 people were on board, and you're looking at some brand new video we just got. These are passengers escaping from the plane moments after the crash. And we heard from one of those passengers just a few hours ago.
It was mass chaos. I was upside down. The lady next to me was upside down. We kind of let ourselves go and fell to hit the ceiling, which is surreal feeling. And then everybody was just like, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah, so how did this happen? John, whom you just heard there, said the plane made a hard landing and skidded before overturning. Yeah, you can see snow surrounding the overturned jet, but airport officials say the runway was dry at the time. Investigators from both Canada and the U.S. are looking into the cause of this crash.
Of course, this crash comes less than 3 weeks after the deadly collision near Reagan National Airport, and so we know a lot of people may be thinking twice about getting on a plane. But is it really not safe to fly right now?
Yeah, that's the question our Katie Lusso is tackling tonight. And Katie, help us put all of this into context.
Yeah, well, it seems like nearly every night we're hearing about incidents involving planes, from close calls, terrifying ordeals like this one in Toronto, to the deadly crashes recently here in Philadelphia and Alaska. Well, tonight I spoke with both a former FAA air traffic controller and a former NTSB investigator. Both told me, despite what we've seen in the headlines, it is still safer to take a flight than to get behind the wheel of a car.
We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
The image is shocking. A plane upside down on a Toronto airport's runway. Luckily, all of the passengers survived.
There are a lot of questions that come up initially, right? And the first one is, how could this have happened?
S. Todd Yuri was a certified professional air traffic controller for 13 years.
Is it unsafe to be in an airplane right now?
Short answer is no. For every one incident that might occur, there are 44,999 that have been safe. And so we have to make sure that we don't dismiss the need for ongoing safety improvements, but we don't lose sight of the big picture, that it is still the safest aviation system in the world.
The chances of dying in an airliner accident when you board, keep in mind you've got like one chance in 10 million. Now try to get that kind of odds from your surgeon next time you go in for an operation.
Alan Deal is a former NTSB investigator. He says the fact that everyone survived this crash is proof that airplanes are safer now.
We were very fortunate that the fire wasn't that severe, and it didn't apparently impact the fuselage. But more importantly, we had crash-worthy seats, which allowed the passengers to survive.
Both agree this doesn't appear to be some sort of alarming trend.
When we talk about these different crashes, is there a commonality between them that you've seen in your opinion?
Well, the only commonality is that they all involve aircraft, right? Each incident is unique unto itself.
Flying is still safe, and in a way, what happened in Toronto today is good news. It showed that the aircraft not only are more automated and better, but that they are the crashworthiness of the planes has improved.
Now, this most recent crash in Toronto, it comes as just less than 300 probationary FAA workers were let go. They have been told they no longer have jobs. It's something that sparked concern about the future impact on safety when it comes to flying.
Boy, but it is good to have that perspective from the experts you talked to, Katie, and thankfully everyone survived this very scary ordeal.